Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe, like, and leave a comment as well. And we're going to see a video from modern dating here. And let's see what this video is all about.
And what? And what? And what?
Oh, wow. I mean, she should have done that. That's definitely an assault, right? That's a bit harsh when it comes to United States. I think if you hit someone with that, you can be someone will can charge you with an assault or battery, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of what you call this, a violent woman. So probably that's the reason why she's a single mom.
And what? And what?
She didn't accept being rejected because she is a single mother. And then the unexpected happened. Everyone around were speechless, including the guy who found himself in this situation.
I never had someone get so upset and so mad because I told her, I was like, hey, I don't really date people with kids. I don't like people with kids. She blocked me, unmatched me on Hinge and everything. All right, so I was talking to this girl on Hinge a couple weeks ago, and I did do my settings for people that don't have kids. I did put that. For a preference for me, I prefer no one with kids. So I'm talking to this girl, we're having good conversation. Everything's good. We're texting for like 3 days, maybe 2 days, 3 days. We're texting 2 or 3 days. And then, I'm asking her a bunch of, shit that I should know. And I even told her, I was like, yo, tell me something that I wouldn't know about you. Kids never came up in this. One day we were talking, and then she told me, she was like, hey, yeah, I do want to mention something to you. Or she said, I want to run something by you. And I said, okay. She's like, I do have a daughter, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. I hope that's okay. And I'm just like, fuck. I'm like, hey, like, I get it, you have a daughter, I respect that. I said, hey, but at the end of the day, I wish you would have put that on your profile because I have my settings set to where it says no kids. Like,
Yeah.
I prefer people with no kids. I'm not lying. This girl goes the fuck off on me. Like, she starts, like, sending me long paragraphs and telling me all kinds of crazy stuff. She starts telling me, like, I'm not a real man because I wouldn't step up to the plate if a girl had a kid and I really liked her, this, that, and the third. And I'm like,
It has nothing to do with whether he is a real man or not. This is his preference. I don't know why some people think their preference is the one that matters. Somehow they believe that others shouldn't have their own. But this is not how things work.
the fuck? I'm like, hang on for a second. You have certain preferences or a certain type of guy that you like, and if I didn't fit that criteria, you wouldn't be talking to me. I'm pretty sure if I was 5'8", 5'9", she wouldn't be talking to me. She just started going off on me, and then all I did, I sent the thumbs up emoji.
Solid. That was a solid reply. Salute to you, sir.
Think that it made her even more pissed off. At this point, I don't even care.
Ready to invest in real estate but don't want the hassle? Look no further and join Smart Crowd.
I don't understand why people don't respect boundaries. I have a kid and I don't want to date someone with kids.
Yeah. I mean, probably there's a reason why they end up separated, right? If you're going to look for someone who is a single mom, probably you get two birds in one stone. So you're going to be an instant father, and sometimes there's an issue with the kids or the child, especially with their upbringing. So that's a kind of hard reality for the Westerners in there. So in here in the Philippines, we don't have so much issues with that. Mostly because we are very family oriented, and most people that I know with that kind of situation wherein they have a kid when they enter from another relationship, they end up well, and they are taking care of their kids from other men or other women. So good thing we are good with this situation here in the Philippines, unlike from the other. But I'm not. What I mean is, I'm not pertaining to most of them. So sometimes there are exceptions, of course.
I have two and I'd prefer no kids. Mine are enough for me. don't want bonuses.
Yeah.
We all have our preferences.
Yes.
I have no kids and prefer a man with no kids, period. But it's hard to find. As a mom, I wouldn't date anyone who doesn't have kids. Two different worlds. You're not wrong.
I'm like, hang on for a second. You have certain preferences or a certain type of guy that you like, and if I didn't fit that criteria, you wouldn't be talking to me.
He is completely correct. She wouldn't give him a chance if he didn't match what she was looking for. So I don't understand why she was getting upset when he opened up about his preference.
And the reason that probably she is, so why is she keep insisting her self on this man? Because of his preferences, and then probably he's just mad because this man didn't just go simping on her. But good thing that this man stand on his ground. So salute to you, sir.
We have seen countless clips where women stated what they want, and usually we accept it.
Yeah,
When
mostly.
they state that a guy must be in a certain financial bracket or at a certain height,
Yeah.
we don't complain about it, as we understand that it's just her preference.
Because I have my settings set to where it says no kids. Like, I prefer people with no kids.
This is something she shouldn't ignore. Based on his preference, she knew she wouldn't qualify for what he was looking for. So why was she still willing to pursue him? Now she believes that he is wrong for having that preference, but I bet she thinks that her preferences are perfectly normal. I don't know if she knows about it, but a lot of people who don't have kids prefer to date those who are also childless.
Yeah.
Again, it comes down to what they want, and all we have to do is respect it.
Correct.
She needs to find those who wouldn't mind. That's the group she should keep her focus on, instead of trying to push her way in on someone who is looking for things she no longer can provide.
Crap.
I have a whole kid. And what? And what? And what? And what? And what? And what? And what?
Oh man, if I'm in that situation, probably I gotta bounce already and leave her. I'll just leave. Goodness gracious, that's an assault already.
And what? Okay then.
And she wonders why he don't want her. She should not be upset. It takes a grown man to take a responsibility that doesn't in actuality belong to him. At least he was honest. She was just upset because he doesn't want to take care of a kid he didn't make. The person laughing in the background is so very immature. This whole video speaks. You should not become a mother when your foundation is crumbling. It only hurts the kids in the end.
Yeah, true.
I feel the pain of this mother, but if a man is being honest, then accept it. Everyone has the right to choose for themselves,
Indeed.
and that's not what he wants. I don't think it's the kid that's the problem. It's clearly that reaction to him turning you down. She did not want that answer. She
Yeah.
wanted a financial solution.
That's on point. That's on point.
If you like our video and would like to support our channel, don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate all the support. I think she
I
is a
will.
bit confused, and I feel sorry for the young man who found himself in that situation, but I am glad he was able to deal with it maturely. She probably never dealt with this type of rejection, but nothing justifies this behavior. You can't put your hand on another person just because you are not what they are looking for. How many guys has she already rejected because they didn't meet her requirements? So this is the same thing. What's the problem? He looks like a young man who is still in school and most likely doesn't have a child yet, and for some reason she doesn't agree with his preference. How can this make any sense? She knows she can still find a guy who wouldn't mind dating her even with kids, but interestingly, she wants the one who is looking for a childless woman. This is how they unnecessarily make their dating life
that's
difficult
cute.
and then get upset about their own choice. She should have accepted that he was looking for someone else and moved on as many other people would have done. But instead, she decided to challenge him on his decision. It's not personal. It's his preference, just like she has hers.
Would you date a woman with kids? And if you would, are there limitations? Like age ranges, the amount of kids, the custody agreement,
Definitely.
Would you date a woman with kids? And what were your parameters? So one of my biggest insecurities in the dating world, and it shouldn't be, is that I have kids.
Ah.
I have 5 kids.
Oh.
Granted, 2 of them are grown.
Mm-hmm.
I have a grandchild.
What?
But I have 3 young ones that are still in the house.
Oh my.
13, 10, and 4. And while I do have 50-50 custody, one of the questions that I seem to get a lot is, how often do you have your kids? For me, that's kind of a red flag.
Why would that question be a red flag when it will give the guy an idea of your availability? It would also give him the opportunity to decide whether he wants to be involved in that type of relationship.
Ooh, that's kind
So
of
I
hard.
don't understand why she sees it as a red flag. Maybe she thinks that having a child 100% is the same as 50%, but there is a difference, and it will reflect on their relationship.
I mean, I get that you want to have alone time and you want to have time in your schedule to be able to date and things like that.
Yeah.
But what if I didn't have 50-50? What if I had full custody of my kids?
Mm-hmm. That's crap.
Because to me, my kids are the part of the package. If you don't love my kids,
Oh man. Even though I'm married, if you know that, guys, I'm married. But if I end up into this situation, probably I will not, even for a second thought, or having a second thought with this situation, I will not engage with this one, with this situation. No. Zero. No, 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 no.
as much as you love me, then it's a no-go. If you don't want my kids around as much as you want me around, it's a no-go.
I mean, the only person that I'm seeing, most of the videos that I've seen that are interested with this type of woman who has a child from other men are basically simps or just wanna get laid. Probably that's the best way to get down on it, right? I mean, they will do everything just to have them in bed, and most men are definitely would not enter into a the relationship having kids from other men. So I don't know, that's my mindset when it comes to entering a relationship, even though I'm married. So this one, definitely a big no for me.
So would you? Would you date somebody with kids?
I married one, raised her daughter as my own. We divorced and she no longer talks to me.
Holy.
The real question is, would women date a man with kids and accept them and love them as if they were their own? I did for 14 years. Never again. She cheated on me and that was the end of the relationship, and I never saw that kid ever again. Hurts too much to lose kids in that way.
Yeah, especially if you already build up a connection, and with that connection, either the child is treating you his dad or mom already. So that's a bit harsh reality if things happen that they get separated, especially with this one from cheating. Oh man.
Done it twice. Never again.
Whoa.
Zero benefits, all drama.
Holy.
I married a woman with kids. They are part and package of the deal if you want that woman. I am 54. Adult children only. Your kids are a part of you. Any man worth anything will love your kids as much as you. The answer to your question is no. Never
See?
again I learned my lesson.
Holy.
That's a valid question, and I do understand where she is coming from. But the reality is that in the dating market, she will find every type of option. Some guys will date but won't consider being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Others won't date as it's not their dating preference. She also will find some guy who would be ready to marry her and embrace her entire family.
Oh.
But usually, this is not what happens. They keep going after Chad, not considering his preference, and this decision always places them in challenging situations when it comes to finding someone. So, targeting the right group would remove most issues they used to face when dating. Look at the woman who decided to put her hand on the young man who rejected her because she had a child. She didn't accept the fact that he didn't want to be with her for that reason.
Yeah.
Maybe she believes that he shouldn't have that requirement, but it didn't make any sense as it was just his preference.
And if you would, are there limitations? Like age ranges, the amount of kids?
But imagine you already have grandkids, right? I mean, I don't know how old you are. Oh my god. Yeah, probably she has a child on her early teens, right? Whoa. But to tell you honestly, she has a good face. Or probably that's a filter. Hopefully not. But imagine she has already grandkids. If I'm not really okay.
When it comes to the age range, it is also a very important variable, as each age group will determine the type of relationship the couple will have. We have to agree that a relatively young child will require a lot more from their mother than a child who is fairly grown,
Yeah.
as they will be independent. So age is important. The hardest part about this type of situation for most men is when there is an issue in the relationship and they split. This is the thing that hurt them.
Well, that's about it, guys. Well, that's quite a content there. And the one that really sticks to me is the second clip wherein she's already a grandma and still on the dating market and still looking for someone who would accept her despite of having 5 kids already. So I don't know. There are still OG Sims out there who are willing to take the risk and take the responsibility from this type of women in the dating market. And hopefully someday they will realize that it's all a waste of time. So they just need to find their own partner which are willing to put everything to be successful with their relationship. So if you're new to the channel, guys, kindly hit the like, make a comment, and I really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel as well. So thank you, bye.